see if I get this chat working here. Live chat. Let's see. Here. There we go. Anyways, as I promised, this is the auction watch party for the second charity quilt. And as of right now, we are at $453 with 43 bids. So I'll wait for some people to come in and say hi. Just a little recap. I've been doing my Goodnight Irene quilt. I've got all my 21 blocks done of the 16 patch, and I'll be working on the other ones. Maybe tomorrow I'll try to do another video on those. So anyways, I just wanted to say that if you want to watch the auction, I got a link in the description. Hey Gigi, hello. I got a link in the description to the auction if you want to follow along. Hey Teresa, yeah you did. You finally caught a catch alive. Uh, I, and Donna just messaged me. Yeah, Donna, I'm live right now. I won't message her back right now, but yeah, we are live as live can be, I think. And also, I am trying this out. I hope it works, but I switched to Starlink satellite. So you are watching me via, I don't know how far the satellites are, goes up there and then beams down. So it was a good price. I think I got the 100 megabyte plan, whatever. It's for right now, it's only like 60 or $30 for 6 months. So hey Maria, how you doing? Welcome. There's 11 in the chat right now. Like I said, you can follow the link in the description to the eBay channel, our eBay page where the quilt is up for auction. And right now we are at $453 and it's got 58 minutes left. So hopefully you can spend some time. Hi, Amanda. Spend some time with me here and let's see how much it can raise for charity. If you're not familiar with this, um, everyone, not everyone, but people in the channel submitted quilt blocks, and I thought we'd get enough. Hey, Annie, hello. I thought we'd get enough for about one quilt, but by the grace of everybody's generosity, we got enough to do 5 quilts. I have 2 of them have been completed. One is getting ready to sell tonight, so that's quilt number 2. Quilt number 3, the top is done. And the other 2 are sitting right up here ready for me to sew them together. Hey, Nikki from Colorado. Nice to see you. So like I said, check below to the link to the eBay page so you can follow along as this. Oh, we got a new bid. It's up to $463. $463 with 57 minutes left. Yay. So like I said, after this auction, hey, Karen from Nebraska, welcome. After this auction, we got 3 more quilts to go. So, and then I wanted to give a shout out. Nikki from Indiana sent me another $20, and I've already accounted for that in the money. I've had this letter for a while. Uh, she sent me $20 and said I didn't have to read her letter out loud, but I just wanted to give Nikki from Indiana credit for sending another $20. That puts us at $250 we have in our chest to do charity quilts. So after we go through these 3, whatever money's left, we're going to keep doing this, I think, because I'm enjoying it. Let me know. The only difference is after these quilts get auctioned off, we're going to come up with a different pattern and maybe a different color theme. So if you're interested in any ideas, shoot me a message and tell me what kind of ideas you have. But yeah, I'd like to do a different design, maybe a different color scheme. And like I said, we still got $250, so we're going to use every bit of that, and hopefully we can continue doing this because I think it's a good cause. 100% of the net proceeds, and I say net proceeds because I don't know how much eBay is going to take. The last quilt, they took none, and I'm hoping that continues, but they handle all the money. Hey, Susan from Virginia, welcome. So they take all the money, and as soon as somebody pays for the quilt, they send the money straight to the Alzheimer's Association, and then I email the quilt to the winner. So it's pretty cut and dry the way they do it, and I like it that way. So I didn't know that I was scheduling this on a holiday weekend. I hope you guys, thank you for taking your time to drop in on a holiday weekend. Um, right in the middle of it, too. I hope everything's going good. It's raining in Ohio. Let's see. Hey, Kim from Southwest Virginia. Welcome. I I swear the next time I'm going to figure out how to get this chat to stay longer, but it only lasts a few seconds and then it scrolls. Let's see. Chat viewing options. Hold on, we got time. All messages are visible, live chat. I don't know how to do the settings. But anyways, welcome. What can I tell you? The next sew along that we're gonna. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Um, the next sew along we're gonna be working on this one. I think I need to do 21 of these minus the 2 that I've already done. So that's what 19. They should go fairly fast. And then I'm going to piece it together. What else do we got? Um, oh, yeah, I didn't know if I liked those colors or not. And if you missed the last video I did a charity quilt along at the Newborns in Need. And let me see if I can show you this. And let me see which way. Oh, I don't know if you can see the teddy bears that I quilted in this, but it came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. And here's the back of it. So I've got to turn this into them this week. Yeah, I don't know. You can probably see the teddy bears there now. So I'm pretty happy with that, the way that quilt turned out. But it's been very busy, which I like it that way. Any day quilting is hey Cindy, thank you. Any day quilting is a good day. Well, it's a real simple pattern. They supplied me the fabric. It was already pre-cut. All I had to do was sew it together. Oh, thank you, Amanda. But it's pretty easy with that the Grace Unique with the automation because I just push a button. Hold on, let me move out of the way here. I got a peanut stuck in my tooth. Thank you, Gigi. I hope they like it. I would do more with them, but they're about 60 miles one way. So I still might do it, but at $5 a gallon of gas, it's hard to go 120 miles. What else is going on? People ask me about thank you, Susan. People ask me about my iron. This is the Panasonic, and this particular model does it say on here? Somewhere it says on here. I don't know what particular model it is, but the thing I like about them though is they got 2 points on both ends, and it says for quilting right there. So, boom. So, anyways, it's a Panasonic. Oh, NIQL 1000. That's the model number. I bought that from Ken's Sewing. And like I said, the next time we do a button club, I've got these buttons. Yeah, Kim, I like that iron, especially right there now. I got these buttons that Kevin from Ken's Sewing Center sent me, so we'll do another button club soon. If you've not sent your buttons, Gigi, I did not go to Millersburg because I forgot that, number one, my grandson was graduating Friday night. And I thought, oh, I'll just leave Saturday morning and go. But with him moving out, it was chaotic, so I didn't go. And then today's Sunday. Hey, Marianne from Alaska. Hey, welcome. Oh, you like my vintage sewing machines up here? I've got the three child machines, and then I like I'm a aqua guy. I like these greens, and then there's my old Singer, and then I've got three featherweights now, and I'm easing up. I'm easing up on collecting those for a while. It gets overwhelming and expensive. So we got 34 in the online here. Let's see where we're at. The auction is 463 right now. There's a link below in the description to the eBay page for the auction if you want to follow along. It's got 49 minutes left. And I saw Lori in the chat. There's Lori's memory bear. Lori, if you want to, put a link in the description or in the chat to your bears. Anybody wants to take a look at them? Yeah, we're going to do a trip to Amish country here soon. I love going up there. And I got my new little toy. Anybody got one of these? It's a binding tool, and it opens up, and you put your binding strip through this way right in here, and then close it. And they say you don't even need to iron it to pull it through. This one is a 2.5 inch, but they make a 2.25. I think they make a 2. But I'm excited to try this because that's one of the things that frustrates me the most is trying to get binding and bending it over and iron it. So if this tool can help, it's worth the money. Hey, Welda. No, you're just in time. I came in a little bit early because I did, except for another day when I gave you that. I'm just hoping it works. I've read reviews on it and it had good reviews. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I bought another little camera here. This is a DJI action camera, and I bought it for my overhead shots because I've been using my cell phone, and darn it, my last video, wouldn't you know, I got a notice saying my memory was full, and I was like, I can't have that happening no more. So I bought this little camera that I can just aim it down, record any overhead shots, sync it with the video. It's not that complicated, but where are y'all from? I know a lot of you posted where you're from. Let me know where you're from. I got somebody the other day commented they were in Saudi Arabia. Can you believe that? Hard to believe that somebody's watching me in Saudi Arabia. Steve. Does anybody want to see Steve? Come here, Steve. Jump up here. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Hi, Steve. Say, look. There we are. Right there. Yeah. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Did you good boy? Oh, Teresa's in Minnesota. Yeah, Kim says, hi, Steve. I'm not scratching your back no more. Maria says, hi, Steve. He was just sitting over there. Hey, there's Pat from Boston. Pat, I got something going on for you. that you're probably sick of hearing. I'm working on a new book, and it has to do with the signers of the Declaration of Independence. So I'm going to be making it to Boston here soon too. Oh, uh, did I say this right? Coletta is from Aberdeenshire, Scotland. Yeah, Steve's a good boy. So we got Scotland in the house. All right. Oh, speaking of that, uh, Terry with the Laughing U, who quilted this last quilt and the one before that, she told me she's going to be going to Scotland, so that'll be fun. I want to go. So yeah, with all the things that I'm doing, I'm working on a book, my second book. If you're not familiar with it, I wrote a book back in 2008. It was a joke book. It still sells. I still sell it at Christmas time, but I wanted to write a serious book, so I've been working on it. What can I tell you? Ah, Becky's from Arkansas. Nice to see you. The farthest that I've made it to Arkansas was the Love's truck stop on the other side of Memphis there. What is that? Is that West Memphis or something? Or I don't know. Anyways, I made it to the Love's truck stop there just to say I've been to Arkansas, but I don't know if that counts. Hi, Lindsay. Welcome. Like I said, for if you're new here, to tonight's live, we are auctioning off our second quilt for the Alzheimer's Association. There's a link in the description below or where to go to on eBay if you want to follow along or if you want to bid. Um, let's see where we're at right now. Uh, how's this come up with ads? I don't want to do an eBay live.
Okay, so I'm running a scarf.
Jeez.
So
Wait a minute.
sticker.
Wait a minute.
Look at this scarf.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm just technologically impaired. All right, we're at 463 right now. 463 with 43 minutes to go on Memorial Day weekend. What else do I got going on here? While you're waiting, let me tell you a dad joke. Hey Donna, I was talking about you a minute ago. Yeah, when am I live? I'm live right now. Speaking of Alaska, here you go. What kind of cows do you find in Alaska? Eskimos. That one's, Oh, speaking of Arkansas, what did Tennessee? The same thing Arkansas. That one's a good one, I thought. What's a teacher's favorite nation? Explanation. Hey Miriam, how you doing? Welcome. Okay, one more. Hmm. When does a car stop being a car? When it turns into a driveway. There, that's enough. Yay. Miriam says she's catching a live. I don't do these very often, but I wanted to do a watch party for the Alzheimer's quilt. 41 minutes left. We're at 463. The last quilt that we auctioned off made $510.05, and that's how much I sent to the Alzheimer's Association. And they messaged me. Oh, what's the name of my joke book? This one is called. I don't know if this is reversed, but it's called Dad Jokes. I don't know why when I go live on this one that my views reversed, but it's called Dad Jokes. Oops, excuse me. By Jimmy Nairo. It's pretty good. Let's see what else. Oh, a bed received. Let's check it out. Let's see where we're at. 480. All right, 480 with 40 minutes to go. And we had 48 bids. Um, I hope you guys are doing good this holiday weekend. Like I said, I didn't pay attention that this was Memorial Day for some reason. I kept thinking the last weekend of the month is Memorial Day for some reason, but I'm glad you stopped in. Um, what else did I do? I bought this little cup over at Hobby Lobby the other day to keep all my scraps in finally. That way I can fill it up and then empty it into Steve's future dog bed. And I'm really excited about, like I said, finishing this quilt, the Goodnight Irene quilt. My goal is to maybe start piecing this X blocks, I call them, the X blocks. And by the way, if you want this free pattern, we only got one more week, email me at barryquilts@gmail.com and I'll send you a link. Missouri Star Quilt Company was gracious enough to let me give that pattern out to you. So only up through the end of the month. Hey Clara, how you doing? Good to see you. Uh, but I'm hoping to finish that up in the next 2 days and then sew all the quilt together plus the border. We got to do the border. But I'm hoping to have the top done by the end of this month. Oh no, Gigi, you're doing fine. I've still got Steve's uh, this I've still got this blanket or this bed that I've made for Steve, and I just want to fill it up and then I pour the scraps into here. Oh, got another bed. Let's check it out. And another bed. Let's see where we are at. 510. Oh, $510, and we still got 37 minutes left. It says another bed. 520. Um, I just thought that I'm trying to be eco-friendly. You know, when I use the uh, yeah, you could send me scraps and I can make like dog beds, but don't do that, please. Uh, it's amazing how many scraps it takes to fill one of those dog beds. Yeah, probably. I didn't think about it, but I figured as long as I'm sewing, I know people said when I was using the AccuQuilt, the one thing they hate that is too wasteful. But I figure if I'm at least saving them and putting them in there. Hey Denise, how you doing? If I'm at least saving them in there, nothing gets wasted. That's my thought. I've been known to be wrong though. Yep. So I'll do my little announcement. If it's you're just now tuning in, we have a charity auction going off at in about 36 minutes. The link is down. Oh, Cindy, I'll tell you what the button club's about here in just a second. But we got an auction that's ending in 35 minutes, and 100% of the money is going to the Alzheimer's Association. There's a link in the description. It is on eBay. And the reason I picked eBay because eBay takes the money straight from them and gives it to the organization, and I don't deal with it. And then as soon as they pay, I ship the quilt right over to them, to the person that won. So it's pretty clean. Everybody is on the up and up. Everybody gets paid. Blah blah blah. Um, Cindy, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a jar up here. We call it the Memory Makers Button Club, and that is a club where people send in closed buttons. It could be new or used. It could be one that was handed down from you. Hey, Marla, how you doing? It could be one that's been handed down, or it could be one you just bought at the store. It doesn't matter as long as that button represents a memory, and send a little note in with the button to tell us what your that memory represents, and I'll read your letter, and then we put the button in the jar and welcome you to the Memory Makers Button Club. It's just a fun way to interact, I think. So we've gotten quite a few hundred buttons. So the link to my PO box is in the description. So send in your buttons, and we've got enough to about 3 buttons right now. I like to do them when we get about 5 to 7. So anybody that hasn't been procrastinating about joining the Memory Makers Button Club, send it in. Thank you for taking your time out on the holiday weekend to join us. Well, thank you, Miriam. It was 35 people, and the last one was just as good. And I hope that the next one should be just as nice. Um, I know some people that quilt may not be to their liking. All right, Cindy, I'll be waiting for your buttons. And like I said, I've already got some here ready. Now these are large buttons, but oh, thank you, Claire. These are large buttons, but just closed buttons is fine. They can be as fancy or as plain as you want. Just like I said, make sure it represents a memory. And if you want to do a memory about your kids or your grandkids, you can send multiple buttons, just as long as each one of the buttons represents a memory. That was the thing. I had people initially tell me they could send me a whole jar full of buttons, and I was like, the ideal isn't to fill it up as fast as we can. I mean, I could do that. It's the thing is to have people send in a button that represents a memory, and some people have sent in as many as 10 to 15 buttons, but most people send in 1 to 3 buttons, as long as it represents a memory. We are at $520 with 32 minutes left. Did I just miss something? I mentioned about the button club to Cindy. Uh, Marla, sorry, Marla's grandson was going to graduate today. Mine graduated on Friday, and if you don't know the story about that, we got time. My daughter moved from one town to another, and he's a senior this year, and I live close to the town that they moved from. And he wanted to graduate with his class, so I told him, and we got it okayed with the school. I drove him back and forth to the school every day, and he stayed with me since January. And if you haven't had kids live with you for a while, it's been eye-opening for me. So he graduated Friday night, and I was so excited about it that I made a little short and posted a little short of him graduating. And then he moved out yesterday. I cleaned all last night and today, and I went down to Home Depot and bought a new broom today. I still, after I get done with this live here, I'm gonna tackle it again. Now I can travel. He moved back with his mother. I'm free. We got 30 minutes left. It's $520. If you want to follow along, it's the link is below. It's on eBay. And like I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself. 100% of this is going to the Alzheimer's Association. Um, we just sold one. The last quilt went for 510 last month. And I'm trying to stagger these out one every month. So, uh, Marla, I didn't have any choice. I wanted him to graduate with his own friends, so it was just difficult driving. My daughter said, "It's only 16 miles." Oh, Wilda, both of your blocks are in this quilt. I hope that they're on opposite ends. She said they're on opposite ends. I hope they're on opposite ends because I was trying to, sometimes you can tell if somebody's block, and I was making sure that no blocks were the same. I tried. But anyways, well, we got 29 minutes left, $520. I'm excited. I would have been happy with $100, but $520 going to charity is awesome. And like I said, we got three more to go after this. So I'm going to hurry up, and I've got to quilt the next one. So, and I'll do a video on me quilting it. So we got one piece, and it needs to be quilted, and two more that I've got to do everything to. Plus, do a sew along quilt. Hey Ingrid, how you doing? She says this is so awesome. I agree. I'm trying to think of some things that I want to tell you because I'll forget about them. Uh, remind me to take my blood pressure medicine. I just saw it over there. Things that you don't need to know. Let me see here. There is some things I want to tell you. Oh, um, I'm not going to go get it. I was going to show you the little. How did you get started doing the charity quilts? Ingrid asked that. Well, Ingrid, thank you for asking that question. We have the Memory Makers Button Club. Uh, did you get over to Millersburg? No, Weldon? No, I did not. And I mentioned that earlier because of my grandson. I didn't get to go, but I will go this week. Um, we started the Memory Makers Button Club, and that's where people send in buttons and they talk about their favorite memories and or goals that they have in life. And I'm telling you, I woke up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what time it was. It was the middle of the night. I've been wanting to do charity because I think, part of the part of being a good person in life is giving back. So I thought, what if we do something charitable? I didn't know what the reaction would be by asking you to send them blocks, but I thought giving to the Alzheimer's Association fit right in with the Memory Makers Button Club. There's a lot of organizations that are just as needy as Alzheimer's Association. I know a lot of people mention the veterans, what we call it, I know you'll remind me what they are. But there's so many good charitable organizations. But I thought the Alzheimer's Association fit pretty good in with the oh, Colette asking how I enjoy my long arm. You let me get back to that a second. But anyways, Quilts of Valor. Thank you, Wilda. Um, I thought that the Alzheimer's Association, since we're seniors, if it affects us probably more. I just thought it was a good fit. Oh, and Susan says both of my blocks are in this quilt too. Woo! But I think she said hers is side by side. I didn't mean to do that. Hey James, how you? Good to see you. What did I miss? What was your question? Um, oh, my long arm. Yeah, my long arm. I've owned it now for 1 year. I've quilted maybe about 6 or 7 quilts on it, and not enough to justify paying what I paid for it. And I've got about 6 or 7 quilts right now ready to go, not even to mention the charity quilts. So my plan over the next 2 months is to get really good at that long arm and start using it a lot more. And I'm gonna start recording videos of it more. So, but I like it. I like the fact that I can create a quilt from beginning all the way to end right here in my home. But having said that, that's a major expense and it's a big learning curve. It may be better off just to send it out to somebody and have them quilt it. Yeah, Miriam, I couldn't believe. I thought I'd get enough for 1 quilt, and when we got enough for 5 quilts, I was so overwhelmed with happiness because we get to do this every month. Pat, do you think you'll quilt for others? I thought about it, and right now the answer is probably no. If I quilt for others, it would be baby quilts, and it would probably be with people on the channel sending them in and me quilting them, but I'm not there with the quality yet. If I do get good at it, it's about time. I did this little baby quilt, and I know there's a lot of people just tuned in, but I just did this little baby quilt for charity. And if you can you see the? No, it's this way. Can you see the little bears on there? It needs ironed out, but yeah, I had a little bear pattern on my long arm. Um, if I can, this thing took me 4 or 5 hours to do. Hi, Eunice. How are you from Australia? Good to see you. And so that took way much longer than it should have to quilt. So until I can get the time down, it's not worth fooling with, frankly. Where we at? 23 minutes. We are five. My son-in-law. He can wait for 22 minutes. But yeah, I'm thinking in the future, after we do these 3 more quilts, let's get together and talk about anything else we might want to do. Gigi says I bought a small long arm to see how I would do with it, and it's not her cup of tea either. Like I said, I think I've got 16,000. Yeah, Pat says definitely not electrician pay. Well, it's not anybody's pay if it takes you 5 hours to do a baby quilt. It's not probably even minimum wage. Um, yeah, for what I paid for that, but I like the fact that that thing should last me for years. And I plan on quilting. What's the Tubet design? A computerized design? Yeah, it's a computerized design, but it still took me forever to get it set up. I need to get better at being able to get it set up, get my tension. Tension on the long arm has been something else. I've got this. Oh, and Colette likes to hand bind. I'm going to try to hand bind, but anyways, I got this bobbin tension meter. I think my bobbin tension is okay, but the upper tension is terrible. I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it's okay, but I need to get better at setting my tension. That's totally different than your domestic sewing machine. Once you get your tension set on your domestic, you can pretty well forget about it. But it almost changes bobbin to bobbin on your long arm. We got 20 minutes to go, $520. And hey, how you doing, Gloria? Um, if you're just now tuning in, if you go to the link in the description, there's a link to eBay that will show you the quilt that's up for auction, and you can watch along with us as it gets ready to end. Um, I see, we got 63 people in. Don't forget to give Mary a thumbs up. Thank you, Miriam. Um, every dollar of this goes to the Alzheimer's Association. And I always say net proceeds, but last time eBay did not take any money because I donated 100% of it. Amanda says, how many machines are you up to? As in sewing machines, I've got those three, this one, and those two, so that's 6. I've got my Juki. I've got my brother down here. What's that? Not 8. And I think I've got one in the garage, and I've got an embroidery machine. So 9 or 10. Who would have thought it? 2 years ago, if you told me I owned one sewing machine, I would have told you why. Oh, thank you, Donna. Donna just did a thumbs up. Got 19 minutes left. So tell me, did any of you travel this weekend, or are you home? Are you sewing? What are we doing this weekend? I did not realize it was a holiday weekend when I set this to end. And also, I just want to recap, I've got all 21 of my 16 patches done for my Goodnight Irene or Crossroads quilt. If you want that pattern, email me, berryquilts@gmail.com, and I'll give you a link to Missouri Star Quilt Company with the discount code that'll make it free. And if it doesn't make it free, don't buy it because it is free. I've given out, let's see, Gigi says she's spring cleaning my quilt studio, our formal family room. Uh, Use It Up Quilt says the auction looks great. And Eunice says our public library loans out, I think, a long arm. Ingrid says my bestie came to visit for the weekend. We've been doing a lot of sewing. That's awesome. You're making memories. Wilda says I cleaned, oiled, and put up a new needle in 3 of my machines yesterday. And that's something that I'm trying to learn to do. Every new quilt, I'm trying to make sure that I change my blades, change a needle, and make sure I got plenty of bobbins. Especially when you're long arming, that thing can go through some bobbins fast. Sue says, after surgery, I thought I'd get around better. And James, I'm in JC, Tennessee, hand stitching a quilt that was hand pieced in 1963, a bow tie pattern. Wilda, what do you like to play bobbin chicken? Oh, I play bobbin chicken all the time. I'm trying to learn not to play that no more. Especially when you're going to do binding or long sashing. There's nothing worse than doing a long piece of sashing and find out about halfway through, well, until you get to the end, that you ran out of bobbin halfway through. Gloria says, I've been cutting out blocks for my next quilt. Awesome. That's what I did. I got all mine cut. I got mine for the next so long. I got those, and I got a bunch of 4.5s ready for the next quilt along, hopefully tomorrow. That'd be a good day to do that on Memorial Day. Amanda says, love that. Bobbin chicken. Yep, that's what it is. All right, we got 15 minutes to go. The auction's at $520. And if you're new here, the link is in the description to eBay page where the quilt is auctioning off. I was worried when I first set it up with eBay that they would take 20% or something, but the last quilt they took nothing. I'm hoping it's the same this time. That way all the money that's raised will go straight to them. Sue, what program do you have on your long arm? I have the Grace Unique, and it's the it's the program that comes with the Grace computer. Quilt Motion, I think it's called. Marla says, my machine has a bobbin sensor. It stops before I run out. Awesome. The long arm has I don't know how accurate it is, but when I put my bobbin in, I reset it and it tells me when I'm getting close. It don't tell me when I stop. Now my new embroidery machine will stop when it runs out, which is awesome, but the Juki does not. The Juki will let me go on forever until I find out that I haven't been stitching for 4 feet. Let's see. I'll show you. I got a clapper. I know we've been talking about clappers here lately. I've been trying to get better at using clappers. I just don't like how much these things cost. I was at Home Depot and I didn't look today, but I was wondering, here's a thought. What if you get the handrails? You can get solid hardwood handrails in oak or different things, and they're about $6 a foot. And that's about what this is. $6 a foot. If it weighs the same weight, wouldn't a handrail $8.99 on Amazon? I'll look, but the ones I've been looking at are like 20 some dollars. But I was wondering if you get a handrail and cut it, and it already comes sort of like with a grip on it. Don says, love my clapper, but yes, very expensive. But I only own the one, and I want to at least get another one. I know not everybody watches all my videos, but I've been watching a lot of Lori Holt, and uh, I've been trying to learn to piece my seams open. Uh, Sue says that's the program I have. Hopefully, after I get on my feet, I can play with it. Yeah, we're talking about the Grace Unique quilt motion. I got QTC6 is what I think they call it. I need to learn it. I paid the money for it. Eunice says, I love your hand-eye deal. Brilliant. I don't know if I can take credit for it, but I got to thinking. The handrail, like I said, people say, well, you got to make them out of hardwood. Home Depot has nice oak wood that they will cut into squares, put handles on it, and you'll have square clappers. That's a great idea. The Hawkeye Quilter. Good to see you. I'll have to keep that in mind. But I've got to thinking this is about like a handrail. So if you could get handrail, a 4-foot handrail and cut it up into 1-foot sections, there's your 4 clappers for 30 some dollars. Just a thought. We got 11 minutes to go. Is that $520? Usually, if these go up any, they don't go up until the last minute or so. So I don't expect to see it change, but I hope it does. Oh, and Hawkeye Quilter says hi to Steve. If you missed it, he was here a minute ago. Miriam says I use a small wood cutting board I got from a garage sale. I did that for two things. Um, I got, I've got my wool mat. If you can see, I used applique by accident on the bottom of this one, but I got a cutting board. And I bought these little feet and I screwed in here. And I use this for a pressing mat. I just put my pressing mat, whoops, fits right on top of there. That way, if you use these pressing mats, you know that this thing gets a lot of heat, and if you got it on a wood surface, that heat will transfer. So it's got to go from the pressing mat to the cutting board, and then there's a gap here with my little feet, and that's been working out pretty good. Ooh, and there went my starch bottle. Becky, great idea for pressing and mat foundation. Oh, that's a great idea. I need to do that. Miriam, yeah, just get your cutting board and a wool mat to match. I think I looked up a wool the size of the cutting board. I think that was 11 by 17, and then I bought a wool mat the same size, and I bought the little feet on Amazon too. But I got this one. This is my newest thing. I bought this one the other day or last year at a quilt show. It's it's handmade. The guy stamped his name in there, but it's 1 foot around. I'm not crazy about the orange. I'm not crazy about the orange, but this is really light and I can move it around fairly easy. So this is my newest one, although I may swap this orange off. And they scented it with something. So every time I iron, I get like a lavender smell. They must have poured lavender or something on there because every time I iron, that smell of lavender comes out of it. I think it's lavender or something, some smell comes out. Donna, how do I like my featherweights sewn on them? They're okay. Uh, hi, hi, Kathy. How are you? Um, Sewing on the featherweights are okay, but they're not what I thought they would be because when I compare them to my Juki just has, yeah, Miriam says lavender smells better than that wet wool smell. Yeah. I don't know what they put in there, but every time I iron on it, I get that smell out of it. But my Juki is to me a lot more superior than sewing on the featherweights. Although I like sewing on them, I can't give up my Juki. But for the price, I paid $100 for that one. Where am I? That one there. I paid $100 for that one. So when you think about 1,000 versus 100, hey, Kathy's excited to be here with you all. I'm glad to see you here. What model is the Juki? I had the TL 2000 QI, and I upgraded to the TL 2000 2010 Q. We got new bids. Let's see what they are. We are at 540 with 6 minutes left. 54 bids. And like I said, if you're new here and you want to follow along, down in the description is a link to the eBay page so you can follow along or bid. Yeah, GG, it is extremely fast. But what I like about it, it's got a speed controller on it. So if I'm doing applique, I can put that thing down to just barely moving, and that way. And I got a here. I don't know if you can see this. I'll move here. I got that magnifying glass there that I can now see better. Thank goodness that was all cleaned up except for my dental pick that I got charging over there. At least you know I've been trying to brush my teeth. So yeah, if you've not sent in your buttons, there's a link in the description below. Nikki says, I love my Juki. I don't like my baby lock embroidery machine. I just bought this Brother Innovus, the NQ1700E. I like that one. That one's pretty good. I had bought a Burnett, and I did not like that embroidery machine. But the Brother Innovus NQ1700E has been pretty good. But anyways, I get so sidetracked. Like I said, if you want to join the button club and send in your close button, send it in. There's a link to the PO box down below. Oh, Eunice says a man with clean teeth is very attractive. And Gigi says, I like my Brother embroidery machine. Yes, I like that one better than the Burnett. The Burnett gave me nothing but problems. I went to try to have it fixed. Hey Fred, how you doing? Thank you. He says, good luck with the box auction. So unique says hi. We've got 4 minutes left and it's at $540. I want to thank everybody that contributed to all the quilts, especially for this quilt today. Got 2 people that says their blocks are in this quilt, so that's awesome. Thank you for contributing to that. And I want you to know that every penny goes to the Alzheimer's Association, and I'm having fun doing it. Amanda says, 4 baby lock embroidery machines. I may be an addict. Yeah, 4 maybe. If you use them, why not? I was on the way when I went to Paducah last month. I stopped at a quilt shop. They had a machine. Hey, Janet from Texas. They had a machine that was $24,000 for an embroidery sewing machine. I was like, that's crazy. $24,000. Unbelievable. All right, we're getting down to the wire. 3 minutes left. We're at $540. I got the box ready to go. I'm gonna put it up and ship it right out as soon as somebody pays, and I'm excited about it. I hope they love this quilt. This quilt, uh, this quilt is made by 35 different people. Well, now we say 33 different people from all around the world. We've got people from New Zealand, Australia, the UK. I think there's some from Canada. Um, there was one from Belgium, and I don't know what quilt that block's in, but people from all over the world have sent in blocks that are in these quilts. And also, like I said, when we get done with these next 3, auctioning them off, I don't have a problem. You give me your thoughts of whether we should keep doing something different but the same thing, because I think it's fun. And I think it's for a good cause. So everybody gets to contribute. 1 minute and 47. 1 minute and 42 seconds. I won't give you the seconds, but we're getting down. We should start hearing some cha-chings. We're 72 people. Thank you. I thank you for taking your time to come on this holiday weekend in the U.S., Memorial Day weekend. I didn't realize when I started the auction that it would end on a holiday weekend, but I'm glad you're here. Hey, Kathy, you touched so many corners of YouTube. Is that good? Because I hope so. Yeah, Gigi, we're waiting. I got 1 minute, 59 seconds. I hope this quilt can make $600. We'll see, because if it's going to change, it'll start changing here soon. I'm sort of watching it. I'm thinking within the last 30 seconds here. Maybe 540 will be it. I'm over the moon with 540. I know we'll sign off quickly to Happy Memorial Day together. Thanks to all, and especially Mr. Barry. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, Pat, perfect weekend. I won't keep you guys long after this. Let's see if we get a change. Hey, Nikki. Oh, it ended at $540. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic about it. I hope you are too. Like I said, thanks everybody that contributed uh, to all the quilts or just gave some support. Just gave support. That's appreciated too. So yeah, it sold for $540. So as soon as the person pays, we will mail it out. I want you all have a great weekend. Thank you, James. Thank you, Wilda. Yeah, a new record. We made 30 more than the last quilt. Uh, let's see. Aaron, what I love about the quilt is how they are squared. Thank you. Blessings, everyone. Brilliant. From Eunice and Janet. That's great. Well, thank you. I will let you all go. Thank you for taking your time to spend it with us. And I hope you all go out and create some memories this weekend. And I will see you later. Bye.